Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Well, Donald Trump, your president, dude boy, Steve Bannon, just confirmed the play for the 2026 midterms. Yeah, fam, they're going to use voter intimidation. Yeah, voter intimidation. Steve Bannon was very, should I say, passionate about his defense in using ICE to show up at the elections. They're going to be at the ballot box everywhere you go. They're going to have ICE staff waiting on you. Check it out.
Am right. We're going to have ICE surround the polls come November. We're not going to sit here and allow you to steal the country again. And you can whine and cry and throw your toys out of the pram all you want, but we will never again allow an election to be stolen.
The old fear as turnout trick, huh? Yeah, the old fear as turnout control trick is what that is. Let's scare the hell out of them. At the very least, those people who are U.S. citizens but have immigrant relatives, they probably won't show up. They might decide that, hey, you know what? It's not even worth it. That's what they're banking on. Yeah. Let me tell you something, fam. Stephen Bannon is not describing a lawful plan. Let's get that straight. He's manufacturing fear, testing boundaries, and priming excuses for whatever happens next. That's what he's doing. He's prepping you. See, Steve Bannon has been known to make inflammatory comments to see how far he can go, how far the public will allow him to go. He tests the boundaries. He push, and he say the wildest things, the wildest, most controversial things to test the public's tolerance. So if he can get away with this one thing, if the people kind of like just let that slide, then you better believe he's going to follow up with something else. And it may not be as bad as that other thing that he promised or he insinuated, but the people might let it slide because it ain't as bad as that other thing. Oh man, that scared us for a minute. Well, he's doing that. Well, at least he's not doing this. See, that's the play. That's the play. Loyalty theater for Donald Trump is what Steve Bannon and his Trump's whole cabinet is really good at. Bannon stays relevant by saying the most aggressive things possible in Trump's orbit. See, and Trump actually eats it up because Trump sees a soldier on the front line out there for him. He sees an ally, somebody who's constantly promoting him. But remember, there is no honor among thieves. Trump fell out with Bannon before, and the only reason why they got back together because they're codependent. They need each other to pull off the wicked ways, the wicked things that they do. Bannon is testing the overtone window. He just throws something out extreme to see what the backlash is going to look like. And it just depends on how, aggressive that the people respond. That will determine his next move. Preemptive election delegitimization. That's what you're seeing. That's exactly what you're seeing. They're laying out every scenario you could possibly think of They're cheating. They're going to be cheating. They're cheating. They're cheating. Cheating. Now remember who was doing all the cheating while he was accusing others of cheating. So that's exactly what they're going to be doing. They're going to be cheating the entire time while they're saying that they're watching other people and trying to stop other people from cheating. Meanwhile, they're going to be over here cheating at the same time. In fact, they're going to be in the same building where they're watching other people allegedly who might be cheating. They're going to be watching them while at the same time they got their people in there cheating. When you hear somebody like Bannon talk the way he's talking, when you hear Steve Miller talk the way he talks, when you see Stephen Miller talking the way he talks, when you hear Marco Rubio, J.D. Vance, they're all, what they're doing is authoritarian signaling. It's authoritarian signaling. ICE has no role in voting places, in polling places. ICE has no role there. Law enforcement presence around elections has historically been to suppress the vote, intimidate voters. That's what it's always been about. Saying it out loud is the point. It tells supporters, hey, we got your back. We here for you. We ready to rock and roll. We got this. Even though we ain't got the numbers, we got this. Because we're willing to do whatever it takes to maintain power. Because they don't have the numbers. I don't believe Trump has ever had the numbers. I think he cheated the first time around. Putin helped him win. And I think the second time around, Elon Musk helped him win. I think both of those elections were rigged. I know that there's a lot of uncivilized mutts in America, but I just don't believe that there's that many uncivilized mutts in America. There's a lot of uncivilized mutts in America, but I don't believe it's that many. I don't believe it's that many. Trump's whole thing is that he wants to be a dictator. He really wants to be a dictator. He wants that title so badly. And the people around him, they're such cowards that they just want to make sure that if he is able to pull it off, that they could reap some of the benefits and that they don't get their heads chopped off. So they'll do anything for him to stay in good graces with him. They don't like Trump. I can guarantee you that. None of them like Trump. The people who Trump is, even the people that he's getting money with, don't like him. The people he sold that Venezuelan oil to do not like him. They don't like him. Nobody likes him. His own children don't even like him. His relatives definitely don't like him. Nobody likes him. They tolerate him. This is why, and Trump, deep down inside, he knows he's not a likable person. He knows the only reason why people are around him is because what they can get out of him, right? He's a transactional president. So he has no real friends. And I think this is one of the things that keeps him up at night. He has no real friends. He has no people that really, really love him, including his children or his wife. I do believe that that's the way he thinks. And this is why he's so evil. This is why he does things that are unconscionable to a civilized person. He don't feel love. Trump needs a hug. But if he got one, that's why when what's his name? Kanye hugged. Remember when Kanye hugged him? It was the most awkward hug you've ever seen. It was almost like hugging an abusive mother, who's never hugged you, who's never said, I love you, and you're trying to hug him and feel something. Trump is that dude. He has no feeling. He has no feelings. I do not believe that he is capable of loving. And I don't believe he's capable of being loved. This voter intimidation is what this is, and it is illegal. Surrounding the polls is legal intimidation for them, right? They always, anytime they want to do something wicked, they just write it in the law, they make it law, they make it up like it's law. Anytime they want to do something illegal. I'm so sick and tired of these uncivilized mutts hiding behind the law to tread on other people's civil liberties and human rights. I'm sick of them. By the way, just in case y'all didn't know, and you want to get an idea why Bannon is so invested in this election. He's in the Epstein files. And I'm talking about thousands of times. No more talk.